Okay everybody, Uper Jim here. We're going to test the reliability of the Rockpals 300 solar power station or solar generator. So today we are going to see if this little unit will power this little mini fridge here. We did the battery experiment previous. Let's take a look and see. Now, one of the drawbacks to the Rockpals 300 is the display has a heck of a glare on it, so when you got full sun here, it is really extremely tough to see the display. So you can see that, you know, the unit is fully charged, and we have our AC display over here, which is what we're going to charge the refrigerator with. Trying my best here to take this glare off because I want to, I want you guys to see what happens when we plug in here. So we're going to do this real quick, and then I'll explain how everything's going. Alright, so be patient with me. This is going to be a little clunky. I don't have a big cord here hooking up to my solar panel, so I'm going to try to improvise here. So let's see what happens when we plug this unit in. Alright, so here we go. I'll take the glare out. Turn it on. And there's that initial 500 power surge. It was as much as 600. So we're at 70 watts right now with the refrigerator. 69. It'll start going down as the compressor cycles down from the initial surge. So looking good so far. Usually operates around 55, 54 in that range when it finally gets running, and then it cycles off. As you can see, we got full solar coming in, and I'm going to show you that here in a second. And again, our glare is really making it very difficult to read this display on the Rockpals. Again, that's one drawback to this unit. I mean, it's a basic entry-level unit. It's reasonably priced, and it does a great job. But our display does two things. It's very hard to read, and it doesn't give me an indication of how many watts are coming in from the solar power. It just indicates, yeah, we have solar coming in. Let's talk about that here next. So let's zoom out. I'll get off the ground here. So that unit is hooked there with an extension cord into the refrigerator, and the refrigerator, it's nice and cool here. Got it on setting 2 or 3, and then we have the MC4 connections right here coming into the back of the Rockpals. Has a pretty solid connection here, right there. That's the standard connection for the 300. And then I bought this as a package. I have the 100-watt solar panel, which today we're getting pretty good sun. So I'm estimating, I don't have an amp meter on here, but I'm guessing we're probably getting 2.5 to 2.8, almost 3 amps of solar coming in. So that's roughly probably between 35 and 45 watts coming in, almost enough to power the refrigerator on its own. And this unit is basically supplying that initial surge. And again, this has a 300-watt inverter in here with a surge capacity of around 600 or 700. Has never failed, which is good. So pure sine wave inverter in here keeps the refrigerator, the surge from, setting an error code. So that's good. So this unit can power a mini fridge. The last experiment we used this little Harbor Freight inverter, 1,000-watt inverter, with the two 35 amp hour batteries. It worked pretty well. You don't want to go anything lower than 1,000 watts on your inverter. So, pretty successful. Really impressed so far. Now between the Rockpals 300 and the batteries, that should give me enough juice to keep it going for 24 hours, I would estimate. I had this unit out in South Dakota, and it kept the refrigerator going with, you know, flow-through charging with the solar panel over here, at least 10 hours, and then the next morning I hooked the solar back up, and it kept going, and it was almost cached, but not quite out. So now if you have your, a more powerful, watt-hour solar power station, such as a Jackery 500 or 1,000, you could probably go a couple days, especially with flow-through, solar coming in. So not bad. This unit, again, few pluses and minuses. It's, the pluses, it's, pretty lightweight, easy to pack, doesn't take up hardly any room. It's got everything you need on it. Pretty powerful little units. Accepts solar really well. Does have flow-through charging capabilities, where the 250 watt-hour unit does not. The biggest problem, obviously, is the display. As you can see, the display is extremely tough, especially when you have a glare. Now let's check our wattage here. I think the refrigerator cycled off, which it did. Let's see if you can see it here. Yeah, it's cycled off right now. It's at 0. So this is giving the solar time to charge the battery, and that's the key right there. If you can get your refrigerator to cycle off, that'll keep your batteries from being depleted. So overall, pretty successful experiment. Hope you like this video, like it, and also subscribe to the channel. You guys have a great day.